Hop on the interstate and chase me a bag. Pop bottles every time that I pass. It's that mafia swag, fly crippin'. You see me drippin' all this Mac sauce. Baymax, be about your money at all costs. Hop on the interstate and chase me a bag. Pop bottles every time that I pass. It's that mafia swag, fly crippin'. You see me drippin' all this Mac sauce. Baymax, be about your money at all costs. I'm from the land of the crack pavement, when niggas holler stay dangerous and squabble up just like Javante Davis. Niggas haters, they on lame shit. We be on that game shit. He thought he got away. I chase him down, LeBron James shit. Blood stain from the stainless, he need a paramedic. And we play ball. Everybody around me athletic, still stepping, well committed. I stand on business. Every load I jump in, that bitch tinted. Won't catch me slipping. About my money low, run me that bag. Call my bitch and say I need you. She gon' run to me fast. That mafia swag, she can't get enough. And she know I'm about my man. She let her sit and watch me add all this money up. Riders popping out the cut like roaches when the lights on. I'm just like BG with my niggas, whether right or wrong. Dead in mafia, you entering the danger zone. Tiny Macs be cracking heads, you better have your helmet on. Hop on the interstate and chase me a bag. Pop bottles every time that I pass. It's that mafia swag, fly crippin'. You see me drippin' all this Mac sauce. Baymax, be about your money at all costs. Hop on the interstate and chase me a bag. Pop bottles every time that I pass. It's that mafia swag, fly crippin'. You see me drippin' all this Mac sauce. Baymax, be about your money at all costs. These niggas be hopping out of foreign whips and feeling like they run shit. The homie like Nick Cannon, he a fool with them drumsticks. Serve him and they done with. Have all of them niggas hit. Something heavy in my Baymax sweater. You see the gun print. Yeah, got me bent behind tent, but I'm low key, give a fuck about the busters. The real niggas fuck with me, I move solo. Shoot pro clubs over polo. You won't catch me in none of you niggas photos. Y'all too friendly. Hopping out, spilling my Remy, smoking on good pressure. Always in a different low. Gotta keep these niggas guessing. Firearms in my possession. Steady counting my blessings. Believe in God and believe in this weapon. And try not to do too much stressing. Ain't seen my daughter in months. And when we FaceTime, I shed tears, I can't help it. And still connected in these streets just like Wi-Fi. Chucking up the set for death though. We gon' rip ride. Hop on the interstate and chase me a bag. Pop bottles every time that I pass. It's that mafia swag, fly crippin'. You see me drippin' all this Mac sauce. Baymax, be about your money at all costs. Hop on the interstate and chase me a bag. Pop bottles every time that I pass. It's that mafia swag, fly crippin'. You see me drippin' all this Mac sauce. Baymax, be about your money at all costs.
Let me get you on camera. Where you from?
California.
No, for real. You know, I'm serious though.
Watts, baby.
I know where you from though. Where you from?
Eastside PJ Watts.
I'm from Grace 2 House, nigga.
Right.
They call you, homie?
Big Slice.
Big Slice?
Yes, yes.
Alright, nigga. They call me Puto, cuz.
Right.
In that hustle. Big shout out to SPI, Spotter Low. You know, I'm in the black box. Had to come through, tap in, show love one time. Yeah, y'all make sure y'all subscribe. Stay tuned. All that.
Jeter, gratitude is the attitude. Show is a blessing to be back in the black box as we blow us a session. Shout out to the Google gang, all my good peoples. Shout out to the Media Spill. Shout out to Five Stacks, Travis Ford, G Uno. On my mama, Travis Ford is a tricky little summer, my mama. On my mama, he invited me to come do a podcast. And for some reason, he kept reiterating over and over again, it's me and G Uno. Even after I had arrived and he was still en route, he was letting me know when he arrived, I'm here, just me and the homie G Uno. I don't know why he kept stressing it was just him and G Uno, right? However, once we actually getting ready to do the podcast, I realized Five Stacks, the person I don't know who he is at the time. It's the third person that's gonna be part of the podcast. Had no idea he was the primary person to be conducting the conversation, sitting at the head seat and all that. This is all surprise to me. I had no feelings about it one way or the other. Just in hindsight, it just causes me to wonder why Travis was just so adamant about, it's just me and G Uno. I don't know if this dude has a reputation for being some type of antagonist. I realize he is slightly more popular than I assumed upon meeting him. Before we got cracking, he made me aware he was cool with Crash, and he said Cali Radio, I think, and that is a brand I'm familiar with through the years on the independent level, local scene. I think he associated himself with that. And I can recall we had a piece. I don't know. I can't remember if this is part of the podcast or not, but the podcast should be released today. Um, I remember I asked him like where he was from because he had on a blue Pendleton, blue hat to the back. He was a nigga from Main Street, a nigga from Paru. I think he was even asking me some gang related questions. So I'm like, just out of curiosity, where you from? He like, oh, I don't bang, but I'm affiliated. So I'm like, okay, what you affiliated with? Then he didn't want to state what he was affiliated with. That was kind of funny, kind of weird. What up, cowboy? I see you. But anyway, y'all see the clip. I'm gonna play it, and then I will wait before I play it. If you haven't seen the clip, I'll describe what took place. I was having dialogue with Five Stacks, and out of nowhere, I remember when we were preparing to get started, he kept saying, "Oh, I got a lot of questions for you," and he was seeming real excited from a positive perspective, like a fan. You know what I'm saying? He said, I want to ask you about G Unit, woo, woo. And it was real positive energy. Oh, no problem. Now, as we started podcasting and having the initial conversation, none of these questions have come up just yet. Then out of nowhere, he just get at me like, hey, don't you think you off your G Unit situation by running your mouth or something to that effect? That's not verbatim. I'm not quoting word for word, but that's exactly what he communicated as far as sentiment. He like, yeah, don't you think your mouth or what you said off your G Unit situation? And I turned to tell him what I was trying to tell him. You're extremely ignorant to the details of what is my situation as an artist. However, before I can get past the word ignorant, he went up. And our people, the word ignorance is oh, shout out to Media Spill. They in the chat. They saying the episode is up. Um Going over to their channel when we leave here and go get the full get down. So at the time, my people, man, and I don't believe he really falls in this category of lack of understanding, but that particular word can have a negative connotation if you're not fully aware of its definition. And as soon as he's heard, even though he asked I wasn't triggered. I was just shocked that he would have an assumption that somehow something I said, I didn't know where he got that from. So I was shocked to hear that. So I was aware that he was lacking knowledge, and lacking knowledge is two words. Ignorant is one word. So instead of saying you lack knowledge, I chose, to say ignorant, and got extremely offended. And as he got offended, I was attempting to, educate him on the definition. Yeah, but somebody cut you off to try to defend themselves. That lets you know that they are ignorant. Yeah, as I was trying to give him the definition, his emotions, his anger was making it difficult for me to further communicate and clarify the lack of malice intended in me choosing the word ignorant to describe the current situation. And because of that irritation and what people don't realize, he was a surprise. Although he said I'm his guest, I actually was a guest of Travis Ford. And although I was on his podcast, I was totally unaware I was coming to be on his podcast. I was extremely surprised that there was another individual there other than Travis Ford and G Uno to podcast with. It wasn't that it bothered me, but that was not as if I was there to converse with him. Those were not my intentions. So when I saw that I was having this lack of understanding, before I was going to let it get out of hand, I just said, man, you know what? I came here to talk to two other gentlemen. This gentleman has inserted himself in the conversation. I don't know why Travis Ford didn't let me know this dude, Fox Dex, is going to be there, but I was just going to remove myself from the situation. So it seems the teaser they put out would make you think that was the end of the entire thing, but it wasn't. Once I got up to remove myself, He kept, blah, 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 blah. I think when I look at the film, I think I missed him trying to get me dapped the first time because I was going to go get dapped to the homie from Mafia. So I guess he was saying, oh, you on that. And I didn't know what he was referring to. I'm just trying to figure out what you're talking about. What you mean I'm on what? And the conversation got slightly testy. But, you know, I knew I was the elder, and I just knew it was on me to be the more mature individual. So I just, you know, kind of like pat him on his chest and admonished him to look up a few words or look up the word ignorant and do a little research. And I ain't gonna lie, this, when intense moments, it do. If you saw me posturing or gesturing in a certain fashion, like I was considering certain actions, then you would not be wrong. But, you know, cooler minds prevailed. As I decided to exit, there was a handful of lovely ladies present who requested that I stay. And Five Stacks and myself, we spoke, we got an understanding, and I returned to finish the podcast. But I just wanted to give y'all that little intro. Then I'm going to play the thing. Matter of fact, I'm going to put it on the whole big screen. I ain't going to even do no little screen. Hold on. And I'll be back after y'all check it out. You are obviously extremely ignorant.
I'm not ignorant at all. I'm not ignorant at all. You should look up Dick. You should look up
Travis Ford gassing it with the big extra laugh. You see me? He ain't shit.
definitions before you just start throwing words out.
The word ignorant defined by Webster is lacking knowledge. I am ignorant as fuck as to why you even feel so confident to assert yourself like this. I'm ignorant of a lot of things. Me saying that you were ignorant, you jumped the gun, got in your emotions, not realizing what ignorant actually means and what I was about to state you were ignorant of. If ignorant offends you about something you're actually ignorant about, you need to do some research. You need to look up words, because ignorant is not a word that is offensive. If you were to shut the fuck up and listen,
I don't really gotta do too much of none of that on my broadcast, though. You a guest here, bro. You right about that.
I see, like a lot of people, including him, I believe, when you start cutting me off, telling me what you ain't gotta do with certain facial gestures, that is inviting of a certain energy. I'm extremely proud of myself for not biting. As a guest, I deserve the opportunity to dialogue with you. So when you ask me a question and my sentence might include 8 words and you cut me off at the 3rd word because it's ignorant, and it's only because of your ignorance you cut me off, you might want to check yourself, homie.
I'm not checking nothing, bro. I still have yet to explain exactly.
Now, mind y'all, I'm not getting up as his guest. Remember, I just told him I am ignorant as to why he's comfortable inserting himself. I still didn't realize that he was the main host. Nobody never explained that to me. Like I told you, my invitation was come to sit down with G Uno and Travis Ford. Five Stacks was not on the menu.
What the situation was, brother. Real talk.
Man, let's get to the next shit, man.
I'm not tripping, bro.
All right.
That's all due respect.
I love you, bro.
Love you too.
Black man. Oh, you on that?
On what, bro?
Okay, it's good, bro. You all right? You all right?
Cuz I don't want to argue with you, cuz.
You are a guest.
You are a guest.
Yeah, bro. I'm not gonna let nobody in.
Research on how to treat guests, bro.
Bro, you got to come on, bro. All of this. You weird with that, bro. Yeah, you gonna do that?
You say that?
You gonna do that?
Cuz squabble with you.
This was a love. This was a.
It was on love, nigga.
Cuz knock you out on Main Street.
Tripping, bro.
Young homie from Mafia in the back pumping it up. These niggas is crafty. They want to see a nigga do something. Nigga. Oh man, let's thank the creator. Let's give me a round of applause. Let's give Five Stacks a round of applause because he survived a moment I don't even think he realized he was in. Oh my mama, that's the wrong position to be popping it. Rolling your eyes, rolling your neck, any of that, bro. You don't do that from that position, bro. That's just some little game and survival moving forward as a man. If you're going to be on platforms purposely antagonizing people with tough questions, no way to predict the response. When you see a man get up, bro, in a moment of tension, get straight up to your feet, bro. Even if you're not trying to engage him, you get up, you clear the space, give him room to move. You don't let no man just pop up and come all over you like that, bro. You're not ready to have these heavy conversations with street individuals if you think you're going to allow a man to get up when he's not happy with you and you're going to remain seating like that, bro. You're in an extremely victim position. Oh, my. Oh, I didn't remember that. I didn't realize that was the last moment. Yeah, that's crazy. They say the episode is up to date. I like what they got going over there, man. You ain't always gotta reinvent the wheel to have a good idea. Shout out to my boy over there in Mav Hoffa. It's my partner, cyber partner. We haven't met in the flesh, but we do maintain communication and connection through text messages and the internet, right? Even to the point, like, if I react to something and I get a copyright, I text him, ask him to whitelist it, I'm on it. And they immediately take it off. It don't take no time. And that's the biggest thing I can appreciate from a person with a big platform that I don't actually know. If you could develop that type of rapport with somebody about their money, salute to Math Alpha. But I like the fact, that they went and did a West Coast version of the barbershop. I think it has good potential. 5 stacks, if that's your shtick of trying to ask the hard questions, maybe you should do a bit more research on your guest so you can ask the appropriate hard question. Because if you had any idea or any knowledge of my situation, what I've said and when it began, I've never said anything negative until the situation was obviously over, sir. But yeah, I don't want nobody to think I was trying to be a bully or punk him. It was the exact opposite. I could have been way more aggressive, disrespectful, and belligerent. I was trying to be on my best behavior. But yes, there was a moment there where the temptation to kind of take it up a notch was there. And like I said, I'm proud that I didn't do it because guess what? It was not that serious. Had I done so, how we having fun with it now, and everybody for the most part sees it my way. Had I done that, I doubt that would have been actually the outcome. It would have been another time. You see people always talking about fighting in phase, or calling niggas out. That's the thing about me. I don't call no nigga out. Just like 5 stacks. Had I went in his jaw, went in his chin, he wouldn't have known he was going to be in a fight till he was in one. And that's typically the way I choose to operate. Like my father taught me a long time ago, elements of surprise, the element of surprise is your best weapon. I am oblivious to this culture of we can get down, or say it on the internet and somebody actually believe that now I'm going to take efforts to be in the same location as some individual that said they want to hurt me from way over there. That is extremely ignorant, the word of the day. That is extremely ignorant thinking, if you ask me. I don't want to have a physical altercation with anyone, but the ones that I do engage in is typically because the disrespect is done within swinging reach. I don't typically go out of my path to chase disrespect, to chase anger, to chase somebody's desire to harm me. Nah, I move in a certain fashion to where I extend respect to whoever I'm dealing with, unless I purposely don't. But whoever I deal with, they basically get a even level board of respect from me. And then I, in return, expect, require, demand that same amount of respect. Not to say if I don't receive it, I immediately hit someone. No, I've grown, matured past that. I have other options. It's not always that I'm going to lash out violently or physically. Remove myself from the situation, maybe even speak up, make an attempt to correct it, to maybe get some consideration from the person who isn't seemingly on the same page of respect with me. But in a lot of situations when it's mano a mano, violence does become an option that, when you don't know the other man's intentions. Now, when a man chooses not to be less than respectful within arm's reach, I have to assume this man may have intentions on harming me. And I, since ninth grade, have not allowed myself to be harmed by someone who has made it obvious that they have the intention on harming me. It just hasn't happened. I argued with someone in ninth grade who face to face and realized, he got tired of this first, he fired on me. So I purposed in my mind that would never happen again in life. So anytime I was in arm reach with anyone that I thought that there was a problem with, I got off all my life. And then I did get hit first again in my 30s. But at the time, I didn't realize the homie was still mad from some earlier, or I probably would have been even more defensive within arm reach of him. But he was also a young homie, so I gave him action earlier when we argued face to face. I broke my rule, but he didn't get off then. He got off much later. However, that's just the way I've chose to maneuver, move, and defend myself. It don't, sometimes a lot of fights I've been in, they only one punch. And once you aware it's a certain amount of pressure on this thing and you going night-night, and that's why I raised my sons. You don't argue with nobody. The first move, you find somebody, go about your business. Now, if that person chooses to close that gap, then you bet not let them hit you first. That's how I've raised my sons. I remember at one point, one of their mothers was kind of having issues with me teaching them that because she basically thought I was teaching them to hit first instead of hit back. And technically, that's what I was teaching them. But I didn't think she really homed in on the first part of the lesson. Avoid any conflict. You're not no punk. If somebody call you out your name or something, for you to go around that and go out the way, you're not no punk. I said, matter of fact, make sure everybody around sees you attempting to avoid this. So when you have to do what you have to do, and the teachers come and they asking questions, everybody can tell him. He told him he didn't want to fight. He said, leave me alone. And he went about his business and he continued. That's the scenario I wanted them to always to be able to develop. And guess what? Never had to worry about a problem with my boys running around starting fights. They all three took boxing training. They all feel comfortable behind their hands and they don't run around trying to expose that, promote that, or use it to their advantage. God bless me that they utilize it just for what it was intended for, so they can have a confidence that the average person doesn't have if they ever have to use them, like life dictates at times. I didn't want them just going out of anger, emotion. I wanted them to know. And boy, my oldest son, I told y'all the story the other day when I had got off on somebody and he missed it by moments. He made me show him how I was standing and show him how the other person was standing and show how I swang. And when I showed him, his response let me know that shit clicked in. He was like, man, you hit him with a full pivot. That's a lot of power. I'm like, okay, I would have never thought to form that sentence about a fight, man. Oh, my mama. But just to show that everything is in good faith with black men, I'm going to look forward to having Five Stacks pull up to the Black Box and further continue. We had a good conversation, man. I'm not going to hold y'all much longer. I want y'all to go on over to Media Spiel and see the full thing. I appreciate y'all pulling up. I'm going to play it one more time, then I'm going to get up out of here, man. You already know how we do it. We keep it a Google. We keep it facts over feelings, and we don't give a on my mama. Jeter. Gratitude is the attitude at all times. You are obviously extremely ignorant.
I'm not ignorant at all. I'm not ignorant at all. You should look up definitions before you just start throwing words out.
The word ignorant defined by Webster is lacking knowledge. I am ignorant as fuck as to why you even feel so confident to assert yourself like this. I'm ignorant of a lot of things. Me saying that you were ignorant,
You jumped the gun, got in your emotions, not realizing what ignorant actually means and what I was about to state you were ignorant of. If ignorant offends you about something you're actually ignorant about, you need to do some research. You need to look up words, because ignorant is not a word that is offensive. If you were to shut the fuck up and listen,
I don't really gotta do too much of none of that on my broadcast though. You a guest here, bro. You
as
right
a
about
guest,
traffic on
as
this
a guest,
motherfucker.
I deserve the opportunity to dialogue with you. So when you ask me a question and my sentence might include 8 words and you cut me off at the 3rd word because it's ignorant.
Yeah.
And it's only because of your ignorance you cut me off. You might want to check yourself, homie.
I'm not checking nothing, bro. I still have yet to explain exactly what the situation was, brother. Real talk.
Man, let's get to the next shit, man.
I'm not tripping, bro.
All right.
That's all due respect.
I love you, bro.
Love you too.
Black man. Oh, you on that?
On what, bro?
Okay, it's good, bro.
Yeah.
You all right? You all right?
Cuz I don't want to argue with you, cuz.
Yeah, you are a guest.
You are a guest, correct?
Yeah, bro. I'm not gonna let nobody in.
Research on how to treat guests, bro.
Bro, you ain't got to. Come on, bro. All of this. You weird with that, bro. Yeah, you gonna do that?
You say that?
You gonna do that?
Cuz squabble with you.
This was a love. This was a.
Bro, it was on love, nigga.
Cuz to knock you out on Main
You
Street.
tripping, bro?
I didn't know I was still gonna be sitting here looking at y'all.
Yesterday was bullshit, but today gonna be a good day. Louisiana 3 P's, yeah, the 3 P's. I'm talking about the hood way, like when the Lakers got the 3 P, got the 3 P. I have to say it was a good day. Hey now, say now, I woke up feeling like it was my birthday. Checks coming in like the first day. I said checks coming in like the first day. Niggas tryna knock me off my pivot, I get ignorant, live it. Give it to you in the worst way, I give it how I live it. Let the church say amen. I was trying to chase a little 2K. I was trying to chase a little 2 bands, water and pineapple juice. Hold the deuce, I'm zeroed in. Shoot the beak off a bird. Toucan Sam, do you know who I am? It's Noonie. They make business, you goofy. See this big gold ring if I mink me. You get loopy, crashing shit, I think I'm Boosie. Debo, but this ain't no movie. This ain't 2B, this ain't no movie. Yesterday was bullshit, but today gon' be a good day. Louisiana 3 P's, yeah, the 3 P's. I'm talking about the hood way, like when the Lakers got the 3 P, got the 3 P. Have to say it was a good day. Hey now, say now, I woke up feeling like it was my birthday. Checks coming in like the first day. I said checks coming in like the first day. Really though, I read the back of my cereal box. I still keep a dog in my sock. But he mad, you lucky I'm not. I'm about to blow, I'm about to pop. Shout out to the low, he passed me the rock. Hopped off the post, threw it in sport, ooh wee. Pocket stuff like a loose leaf. Picking around, we ain't talking about sushi. It's Noonie and the green is for blue cheese. It's Noonie and the green is for blue cheese. I'm about to blow, I'm about to pop. Shout out to the low, he passed me the rock. I'm about to blow, I'm about to pop. Shout out to the low, he passed me the rock.
The feds were interested in one thing and one thing only. But the one thing that the feds wanted was the cease and desist from Big U to No Jumper, asking us to take down the episode in which Loose Cannon first made the explosive statements that suggested that Big U had previous knowledge of Nipsey Hussle's death.
Gave it to him though?
Isn't it?
We did hand it over, yep.
Isn't this when
Of course
that
you did. You didn't think he wasn't?
I mean, really, like,
So it's safe to say you the feds.
I'm happy to help the feds.
Yeah, neighborhood Nip Hustle. Giving a shout out right now to SPR in the streets, making the spot low. Y'all already know what it is. Sourcing that. Neighborhood Nip Hustle. Big shout out to SPR, Spotter Low. You know, I'm in the black box. Had to come through, tap in, show love one time. Yeah, y'all make sure y'all subscribe. Stay tuned.